In this video, we're going to look at the basics of cell respiration. So, first of all, we need to remember, here's my funny little picture of a brain trying to get us to remember, right back to the very beginning of the biology course, where we looked at lungs and ventilation and all of that sort of stuff. And we came across these three terms: gas exchange, ventilation and respiration. And we knew that they were all kind of linked together, but they were all subtly different. So gas exchange is literally the movement of carbon dioxide from the bloodstream here, that's a terrible drawing, never mind, into the alveoli. Okay, so, and at the same time, oxygen going from the alveoli into the bloodstream. That is literally the process of gas exchange. So by diffusion, these two gases moving from one place to the other. Ventilation, on the other hand, is that physical movement of the rib cage, the diaphragm, the abdominals, the intercostal muscles to change the pressure in the thoracic cavity. So we've got our person here, and this section here, that's the thorax. And through ventilation, we can change the volume of the thorax, which changes the pressure, which then allows air to come in or to go out. So that big movements, and what those big movements do is they maintain the concentration gradients of oxygen and carbon dioxide to enable gas exchange. And then respiration was the one that we didn't really look at that point, because respiration was then kind of what you did with the oxygen. So the oxygen was then in the bloodstream, it's in the red blood cells, and it's going off to the muscles. And here it joins with glucose, and it reacts with the glucose to form carbon dioxide and water and release a load of energy. And in all intents and purposes, the glucose is being burnt. It's being reacted with oxygen. It's a burning reaction, combustion reaction, to release a load of energy. And it is this respiration, cellular respiration, that we are now going to spend quite a lot of time looking at in more detail. So the equation for respiration is this: glucose plus oxygen goes to carbon dioxide and water, which is an equation I think that many of you will be entirely familiar with. Gets a little bit more tasty when we add in the symbols. So C6H12O6 plus O2 goes to CO2 and H2O. Because this is a symbol equation now, we do need to add some numbers in, and it's all sixes, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, so C6H12O6 plus 6O2 goes to 6CO2 plus 6H2O, and of course energy, which is in the form of ATP. Okay. Where does respiration happen? Well, respiration largely happens in this organelle called the mitochondria. Okay, there is respiration is divided into 4 sections, and one of the sections takes place in the cytoplasm, and that's the section which can take place both with and without oxygen. So bacteria are still able to do respiration even though they don't have mitochondria. But the vast majority of respiration takes place in the mitochondria. And just one last thing, the difference between aerobic respiration, which is with oxygen, and anaerobic respiration, which is without oxygen. Okay, so a lot of organisms can do both. We can do both. Primarily, we respire aerobically, but we can respire for a short period of time anaerobically. Some organisms can actually only respire anaerobically, some can only respire aerobically.